Alright, can you see the game?
Yep.
Alright. What is up, guys? Welcome to another episode of TemGameBoyz with me and Josh. Alright, so we're going to continue on from where we're at. Alright, so we were playing as number 3 at Pubis.
Yep.
I still love the fact that you just named it Pubis.
Yeah.
Yeah, you came up with a good name for that. Alright, so last time we were playing as number 3. And the next one is Hamsterama.
Yep.
Oh, that one.
Hamsters.
Oh boy, one of the best friends of you know, I had hamsters before, but then, you know, in certain areas and for certain reasons, hamsters are used for another reason, and you know, we're trying to keep this family friendly, so I can't explain it. So let's go on to the next mission. All right, so we're collecting hamsters. All right, so we got a brand new question for today. So here's the brand new question of the day for you guys. Who is your favorite video game character?
Mine's is gonna be Sonic the Hedgehog.
Nice.
I love him in spite of the poor writing he's had in the past few games, and in spite of the fact that the Sonic games haven't really been that good.
Sonic Frontiers wasn't too bad.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad game, but like for the most part, seriously.
But I heard it was decent.
It's a step in the right direction. That's what I'll call it. A step in the right direction.
Yeah, I would say I actually really don't know who my favorite character is. Like, I have like a whole bunch of favorite characters. Oh my gosh, shut up. That was a long voice line. Oh my god. Now this just makes me hate hamsters the whole time, you know?
I mean, I don't hate hamsters, but her voice is grating. It's so... Oh my god, why?
Yeah, especially when she speaks like in an evil voice.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's like, I don't understand. Like, but I can see how she could glide with these sleeves.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a weird thing. But no, I can't really tell who's my favorite character in a video game. I could say Ratchet, I could say Jack, I could say freaking Sly Cooper. I'll even like, I won't say Mario, but I would say like a lot of like other characters, like, you know, Roxas, like a whole bunch of characters. It's just like, it's really hard to choose and stick with one.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh look, it's that little hamster. That little hamster fuck's hiding from you. Got to sneak up on it.
Did they just shake his ass at me?
Yeah, it started twerking at you. That hamster wants to be the next Megan the Stallion.
Oh, please do not. Please don't. Let's not talk about that, because, geez, it's like, I understand she's an artist, but then it's exactly why I didn't like She-Hulk.
Was that just because of Megan the Stallion?
It was that, and I felt like the writing was subpar.
Wait, did she have anything to do with the writing? I thought she was just like a guest on that show.
No, I mean, like, in general, the writing is like subpar.
Yeah, like, I wouldn't blame Megan the Stallion for that. But
Nah.
when it comes down to it, like, yeah, the writing of She-Hulk was fucking terrible.
Oh no, I don't blame Megan Thee Stallion for the writing. I'm just talking about, like, it's like, I think, like, in true honesty, I think, like, I was just like, I wasn't so, like, I wasn't so excited for her. I guess because I was not really that much of a fan of her music. Yeah, so I just like, I would expect possibly a different like, I would say like a different like guest, but like, nah, they chose Megan Thee Stallion.
Personally, I just think that when it comes down to it, I personally believe that She-Hulk should have had, like, I don't understand why people keep getting pissy or angry when people criticize
Oh, shit.
She-Hulk. It never made sense to me.
Hmm.
Oh, this is where the hamsters are. Holy shit, they're just right here.
Yeah. I completely forgot. Damn, they're just walking right here. No, but
they are kind of cute.
Yeah. As you were saying?
But yeah, like when it comes down to it, I feel like I hate when people act like you're sexist because you didn't like She-Hulk, and I'm like, really? How am I sexist because one of my favorite comic book characters got a shitty TV show? I'd make the exact same complaints if Spider-Man got a shitty TV show.
I am.
In fact, I did when that 2017 Spider-Man show came out.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Like, I swear the animation on that was just. Look, I don't think it was the animation, actually. I think it was the fact that there was no freaking shading. Like, they created these complex animations, and then they just had no fucking shading to it.
Yeah. Okay. So, as I said, like, it does seem like that, like, not just because of the bad writing, but then it goes to a point where it's like, when you see like one episode where the Hulk is trying to train her and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it felt so gaslightish. It's like I don't know if you noticed that, but it felt so gaslightish when she was like trying to like speak with him, like trying to go ahead and like denounce like everything that he goes through.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, you know, he knows how to deal with this more than you do. He's been doing this for years.
Yeah, and I understand the point they were trying to make. The idea was that they were trying to say that women deal with situations where they have to control their anger more consistently. Like, the reason why She-Hulk is used to dealing with anger is because there have been so many goddamn times where she's had to fucking keep herself from blowing up at a motherfucker, that she's used to controlling her anger and keeping it, you know, like keeping it inside most of the time. She's better at bottling that shit up for later and controlling it, which I understand. They just wrote that shit poorly, and I think instead of it, I think it should have mostly just been an honest conversation between cousins instead of her getting pissed off at him for simply trying to help.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that would have made it way better.
Like, okay, so I don't know why this is like a trend, like for like a lot of the female characters for like Marvel, or like even like for any type of DC or comic book characters. I don't know if you noticed this, but like I've seen a lot of them become very, very promiscuous on a major level. Like,
yeah, that's existed in comics for years, but I can definitely say that nowadays, like, it can seem a little bit too much, but that's been a thing for years. Like, when it comes down to it, there are tons of female characters in comic books and fiction that are just really sexy or overly sexualized. Like, over-sexualization is like is a pretty basic thing here, and I fucking hate it for the most part. I don't like it when characters are overly sexualized and makes the only thing about them, you know, just the fact that they're sexy most of the time. And it's not a character that just so happens to be sexy. It's a character that's, deliberately made to have her tits hanging out most of the time. Or a character that's deliberately made to look so damn buff that it'll make, you know, most people self-conscious about shit. And it's just like, it's ridiculous, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, for me, like, I don't mind, like a superhero with her titties hanging out. I don't mind that. It's just that my thing is, I like myself like a superhero, like a feminine, like a female superhero that is badass to a major level. And if she chooses to be very sexy, that's her choice, you know. Like, for instance, one that's really sexy, but yet one of the most strongest characters, in my opinion, is Storm.
Yeah.
Storm has that, not just a sexual appeal, but has the intelligence, has the power to a point where, oh my goodness, frappe, where she is like so powerful and everything. Did I just freeze a hamster?
Yes, you did. You just froze that hamster alive. It died because of you. You created a hamster sickle. They're really popular in China.
That's... ugh. Really? Is that a thing?
Yeah, China. Yeah, in China they eat hamsters.
Oh... Well, you know, that's not a surprise. I tried tiger penis. Like, it's like literally it's a soup and it's a delicacy in China, so it's not really surprising.
I've not yet tried the genitals of animals yet, but I have tried like the intestines. I've eaten haggis before. I've had the brain of a bear.
Yeah. The sweet bread of a bear.
Yeah, the sweet bread of a bear.
Yeah.
I have not yet tried genitals. I have not had the penis or the balls.
Yeah. The way you said it sounded so... It sounded so intelligent, but then it's like... It like sounded so funny. It's like, I did not have the genitals.
Yes.
I'm like, well, you know, okay, no problem, yes. But yeah, it's a soup, you know that?
Yeah, I know it's a soup.
Yeah, it's a soup, and it's like, it's okay. But then, to be honest, it's not bad when it's deep fried.
Yeah, most things aren't bad when they're deep fried.
Yeah. And so definitely, like, that's something that's good. Oh my goodness, she is like killing these hamsters. I don't like it.
She is brutally murdering them.
Yeah, well, you know, these hamsters like power the damn treehouse, which is weird, in my opinion. These kids can't get a fucking generator or something.
Yeah, like even when I was like a kid, I wouldn't use hamsters to power anything. I probably would. Like I knew what the hell a generator was when I was around these kids' age.
Yeah, like you could have at least gotten a power generator for your mom's house or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? They decided to change everything.
Yeah, she is excited to kill. She is excited to murder some hamsters. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I hated, like, you know, the fact of like there was so much that they did. Like there was, I think there was a gun that shot out a goat.
Ugh. That sounds like a Ratchet and Clank weapon. No, I'm thinking of the Shapinator. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of.
Oh my god, Cookie, shut the fuck up. God damn it. She has like a major like line thing, like her lines are too big. Like you know the that's why it's fun to play hamster goes. She said that like 5 times already.
Yeah, it goes on way too long.
Yeah.
Play some stupid hamster game. I just want the power back on so I can play some real games. Some video games.
This is a real game, Wally. These are real hamsters, and you really hurt their feelings.
I'm gonna be real here. I see why people ship them. They've got a whole Raven Beast Boy thing going on here.
Pretty much.
Where number 3 is Beast Boy, and Wally, as his real name is more of a Raven.
Good work, number 3.
I don't know why. I was more of a Starfire fan.
Oh no, Starfire is my favorite Teen Titan. I freaking love her to death.
Oh my
she's
god.
She's both adorable and she's sexy.
Oh, she is sexy. Like especially in the comics. She has
her comic book design is fucking awesome.
Her comic book design, like I'm like, yo, Nightwing, bro. You guys have not had children yet, like, bro.
Yeah, if I was with her, we'd be pumping them out.
Yeah, I don't care. Damn, give me a couple of Tamaranians. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, give me Blackfire, Starfire's mom, a few Tamaranian women, and I'd be happy. I'd be like Johnny Cage when he met Sonya.
I know the actor for Titans in the live action one is very attractive.
Yeah,
very,
too bad.
Very attractive.
Too bad she can't salvage that really shitty script.
Nah. Because Starfire usually is a lot more clueless because she's from a different planet.
Yeah.
But it's not too bad.
No, but the Titan script, for the most part, is fucking... Like, that TV show has, like, the worst adaptation of the Teen Titans I have seen in years.
Oh, yeah. It's certain things that should have stayed, like, you know, a cartoon. Like that. You know, the live Powerpuff Girls shit?
I don't think that that's a bad idea. Live action. Like, here's the thing. I don't think making live action cartoon shows is a bad idea. I think that's a cool idea because seeing shit like Avatar: The Last Airbender or the Powerpuff Girls in live action sounds really fucking cool. Like, imagine, like, because all the Powerpuff Girls are just 3 little girls with Superman's powers. If Superman's powers can be translated into live action, Powerpuff Girls can be translated into live action.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
It just requires people who actually give a shit to work on this. Like, I vehemently believe that it's not the concept, it's the execution. And if you execute a concept poorly, then you're gonna make people assume that the concept is gonna be terrible.
My thing about it, it's this. It's simply this, and it's a situation where, Jesus Christ, what are all these hamsters doing, bro? It's just the idea that if you're gonna do it like a live action, I wanted to see like the actual story that it first started out with, you know? Like there's some creative liberties that I would not take, you know? Like for instance, like, first of all, just make it the three little girls and everything with that, with Professor Utonia, and just continue the story from there. It just that's where I want to see. That's why I don't understand why the story is so difficult to change on it. Like once.
Oh wait, you're talking about the actual episode? You're talking about the actual leaked script that came out?
Here's my thing. It's like I understand the Powerpuff Girls are grown up now and stuff like that. It's just like, where is the story behind? Oh, you know what? The girls are, you know, facing like Mojo Jojo, like, you know, Fuzzy Lumpkins, like him, like all those characters.
Number 3, you've collected the last of the hamsters.
Yeah, like
that makes sense.
Yeah, it's like that's why I like that, like what we grew up with, and then we continue with it. Like, there's certain things that people get upset about, which I don't understand why they get upset about it. Like, for instance, like, people get upset of the idea that, like, oh, you know what? Why are you making Batman a black guy? I'm like, or why are you making Buttercup, I think bisexual? Was like, why does that matter? You know?
Yeah, as long as the story's good, I don't really see that's a big... Yeah, like, as long as the story's good, I don't really give a shit.
Yeah. Like, I don't mind the idea of... let me see this guy.
Oh no! If I see one more hamster, I'm gonna...
Ah, come on.
There you go.
Because you peed on your shoes.
I did not.
No,
Oh,
but...
stepped in a puddle.
No, yeah, he peed on his shoes. Pee-pee shoes.
It did. Pee-pee shoes, pee-pee shoes.
Our Count Spankulot's still here.
Ah, damn it.
That son of a bitch. Oh, nighttime. Oh, we're number 1 again.
Freeze, Count Spankulot. Hands where I can see him.
No. These hands are just getting warmed up. Already my spank happy minions are hard at work, spanking the naughty childrens in this neighborhood.
Thank God it's thank God it censored that.
Oh, still plenty of darkness to enjoy before sunrise, and so many more bottoms to spank.
That, you know, as I said, nowadays we need this. We need this. I would say go ahead and do it to some of the YouTubers that just do too fucking much.
Yeah, like, beat the shit out of so many other, like beat the shit out of tons of other people, but seriously, like...
Yeah, I'm coming after you, Jake Paul.
Exactly.
Yeah, but as I was saying, like, I don't mind the idea of, like, you know, if you're making Bruce Wayne a black guy and then you got the story of Bruce Wayne, the same thing as Bruce Wayne. I just have a problem of the idea when they take the source of what Bruce Wayne is, of who he is, like, you know, the playboy millionaire who had his parents killed, which caused him to want to be Batman and stuff like that. That's what I would hate. Like I don't mind stuff like that, like, you know, Aquaman being black or Superman being black, as long as Superman is Clark Kent, you know what I mean?
You know, technically, there is actually a black Batman that was made. Like, Stan Lee made a comic book a while where his Batman was black and was very different. And honestly, I can't remember like the full comic, but I think that version of Batman would be awesome for a movie.
Yeah, there is a good Black Batman, not Black Batman. Black Superman. I think it's Kal Zod, and I think that would be awesome. Like, you know, with a side story and everything with that. But as I said, like, I just don't like the idea of like sometimes people just messing up the story of Clark Kent. That's just me. Like that's something that I refuse to I would say to have people do, because I love the story of Clark Kent. You know, just like if you choose, as I said, if you choose a black guy to play Clark Kent or an Asian guy to play Clark Kent, all right, make him a farm boy. Make him a farm boy. Make him, you know, a baby that was in the space pod and came to Earth, and he was adopted by the Kents. Like, nothing change. You could change the look of the character by appearance.
Double cheek transplant if I don't stop that servant of spankiness.
I mean,
Exactly.
but just as I said, I just hate the change of the source content. That's just me. But I don't know why people like upset. Is like, oh, why you make this character black, or why you make this character this or that?
Away from the bottom, you spank happy hooligans.
It's ridiculous.
Exactly. I don't get it either. Like, and then people will say the phrase, "Oh, because it's woke." Bitch, define woke.
Yeah, I hate that. It's the exact same thing that with the pronouns thing for Starfield. It's like, bro, like, really?
Like, I don't get it. And what made it even worse is that, like, last time I checked, like, what made this shit even worse is that I actually went on to I actually went online, and I'm like, why are people so mad about this? What's the big deal? Like, they're just pronouns. They came free with your fucking language. And then people were commenting, he was talking about preferred pronouns. And I'm like, so? Like, when you don't know someone's gender, you refer to them, like, as they, them, normally. Well, if you don't know what someone's gender is. So why are you getting mad when someone tells you that they identify as they, them, or they identify with a different gender that you think they should identify as?
No, it's,
you know, like, that's kind of stupid.
Yeah, it also gets to a point where it's like, you played Baldur's Gate, which has, like, I believe a non-binary pronoun or asexual pronoun. It's like, why is this a complaint when it comes, like, when it comes to, like, another game? It's like, that is literally a small aspect of the game. It really is, because of the simple fact that it's just added to, like, just for customization, for, like, game customization. So if that's the case, if that's not your pronoun, why do you care so much? Just choose your pronoun and get the fuck over it.
Exactly.
It's just fucking weird, dude. It's very fucking weird. It's like,
Thanks. Wait a minute. Aren't you number one from the kids next door? Wow! I gotta tell my friends. But I think they're all getting spanked too. Any chance you can save their butts like you did mine?
hey, well, that's very helpful. Oh, but yeah, it's like, oh, the fucking pronouns. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Because it's like, what the fuck does it matter? Just choose the he, him.
Yeah, choose your pronouns and move on.
Yeah, choose the pronouns and move on. Like, I don't give a damn. Like, I'll make a male or a female. If someone wants to be like bisexual or for like a preference with their orientation, or if anything of like who they want to be, like for instance, like if they want to be freaking you know, they, them, or you know a Z, whatever they want to do, just fucking let them do it. What is gonna change about it? What is gonna bother you about it? About the fact that you just hate the idea of a pronoun. It doesn't change the fact that your pronoun is what you choose it to be. It's like, okay, so I saw a TikTok. People are like, oh, what do you think about, you know, people about the pronouns and everything? So this man puts it out properly. He's like, okay, so I wear a red shirt, right? I wear a red shirt because I want to wear a red shirt. I wear a hat because I want to wear a hat. Alright? I like women because I love women. Why does it fucking matter what everybody else does when I should be worrying about more about what the fuck I'm doing? It's like, why does it matter where in this country you should be free to do what you want or free to be who you want to be, and people are upset at the fact that somebody is just trying to be who they want to be. And it's exactly how he stated it. And it's just so weird to me. It's like people just want to be upset. People just want to look for something to bitch about. People want to just be like, oh, you know what? How do you do that? Like, who cares, dude? Just let people be who the fuck they want to be.
Exactly.
Like, yeah, it's just people just complaining over stupid shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, to get to other stupid shit, what's your biggest annoyance in anime? Like, what's something in anime that you just get super annoyed by?
Okay. My biggest annoyance in anime, and this, I don't think it's just like an anime, it's something from anime, is when someone overhypes something that is not that much of a hype. You know what I mean? Like, I'll tell you an example. Alright? I hate with a passion the Uchiha clan. I hate the fucking Uchiha clan. Always. If I could put them all to die, I would. Reason being is because I think people will make them out to be such great characters when they're not even that decent. Like for instance, you know the story about the Saiyans and the Uchiha clan altogether?
Yeah.
Think about this. The Uchiha clan is literally just Walmart brand Saiyans.
Yeah, that basically is what they are.
Yeah. And then there's that. I hate the idea when freaking anime fans take shit too fucking far. Like for instance, damn, he was pissed. That's like something you would say to your little sister if she does the wrong thing to you. No, but my problem with certain things in anime is the simple fact that people just take that shit to a point where it goes too far. Like if you say like a character is bad, or if you say like something like, you know, a character is you know, not that powerful or not that good, some of them will even get to a point where they throw death threats. Like for instance, I'll give you an example. Recently, I don't know if you know about the manga of Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah, I know Jujutsu Kaisen has gotten some people pissed off.
Yeah, because one character died, and I was like, yeah, you gotta understand, an OP character in an anime is gonna tend to die because he's so fucking overpowered. And people don't understand why he would die. It's
like most overpowered characters in anime end up dying no matter what.
Yeah. It's weird. It's like major things that happen, like, you know, in general for stuff like that. But since you asked me that question, let me ask you one question. What is something that annoys you about the video game community?
Oh boy, where the fuck do I start? Oh man, where is it that I must start here? Okay, one of the biggest annoyances I have with the video game community is when people act like liking or wanting to play certain video... Like, I hate it when people treat certain video game franchises like they're not real video games. I've never understood that shit. Like, for example, one of my favorite video game series of all time is Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah.
Every time I talk about it, people for some strange ass reason act like Ratchet and Clank isn't a real video game series.
That's
And a part of me is like, why? Like, like you really think Ratchet and Clank isn't that good? And then they'll say shit like, it hasn't had a good game in years. And I'm like, motherfucker, what was the last Ratchet and Clank game you played? And they'll name a game from like 8 years ago when like several games have come out in between that. And I'm like, really? You haven't played a Ratchet and Clank game in a long ass time. Yet you're gonna sit here and you're gonna tell me, that Ratchet and Clank hasn't had a good game in years, all because they had a few bad games, or maybe even one bad game that you didn't like, like...
Yeah, I don't understand, because, like, you can't really say, honestly, you can't look at a Ratchet and Clank game and really say that, oh, there's been a bad game. Like,
I mean, technically you can. They have made some pretty bad games. Secret Agent Clank, Size Matters.
Size Matters was not that bad. I
have played Size Matters on several occasions, and I cannot get through it. I've played through the game before, but I'm like, yeah, story-wise, it's way worse than any of the actual console games. It controls terribly, even on the PlayStation 2. The level design is just ridiculously bonkers, and even the Captain Quark stuff isn't that funny.
Yeah, that
which
is
is
true.
Surprising, because Captain Quark is supposed to be one of the funniest fucking characters in the entire series. Secret Agent Clank was at least funny, but the gameplay was just, ugh.
That is true.
Not where it needed to be.
There is one of my favorite Ratchet and Clank games, which is Deadlocked.
Yeah, Ratchet Deadlocked is fucking awesome.
Yeah, you know what, that is co-op.
Yeah, I heard that it was co-op, but the co-op mode is like, I think, like, I don't know if I ever really enjoyed the co-op mode, but I don't know if we try emulating it, if it's gonna work, because last time we tried doing a co-op game, it kind of, again, it was messing up on my side of my computer, and I think it's mainly because Parsec, or basically because most, if not all, of my internet connection over here is just not that good. It is not that good.
I will try to figure out something. As I said, like, we always try to manage to figure it out anyway. As I said, we'll always try to find a way to, like, make things happen. Also, we're like past around the 30 something, but we'll go a little bit more just to finish this level because we're like deep into this level. So but yeah, we'll try to figure it out. Like, I've been seeing that issue a little bit too with Parsec. And sir, stop spanking kids.
Seriously, like, spanking children is not okay unless they're your children. Even then, they're not okay. That's not okay.
It's okay. So here's my thing about that. So I don't see a problem with it, but only when it's like a first resort.
A first resort?
Yeah. So like for instance, I'll give you.
You mean last resort?
No, because like some people just go straight for the spanking. Like
that's what last resort means. It means do it last.
Oh,
you said first resort as if it's the first thing they do.
Oh, okay. No, because like for instance, like that's like okay. Let me reword it better because my wording's not that good. So, like for me, because my family grew up with spankings. I grew up with spankings. So with that, I learned a little bit from right from wrong from that, and I understand why I ended up getting spanking. People would tell me to stop doing something once or twice. Third time, I would be like, like I put on like a timeout chair or like a timeout corner, and then afterwards, if none of that works, you get like the rear end spank. So I don't see it as a problem if you have to have to apply it to a certain instance. Like if you tell your kids 3 times to stop doing something and they haven't done it, then I wouldn't mind, like, you know, either like a spank on the rear end. You know what I mean?
I'm just not comfortable hitting kids. Like, if a kid's running around all crazy as shit and they end up falling over in a restaurant, I'll laugh, but like I'm just not comfortable putting my hands on a child under any circumstance. Like, I always feel like it's a last resort thing. Like, if this is like a really, really bad kid or something like that, then by all means, like, I get it.
Yeah, like
by all means. But like, unless the kid is like genuinely like a terrible, like, unless the kid's like a genuinely terrible fucking kid, I don't really think that that's necessary.
yeah, of course. It's just like, that's why I say, like, there should be a warning system with this. It's like,
yeah, last resort.
Yeah, exactly. On that, it's like, I don't like the idea that's like the spanking's the automatic thing to go to. No, that should not be an automatic. That you should be like applying patience with, you know, timeouts, taking shit away, like. Especially nowadays, kids should be having stuff taken away because that's what they mostly rely about. But if, for instance, there's something. Oh, a second. Let me see this. Or Lizzie.
Sorry, Count. Your days of spanking are. Hey, you leave my girlfriend Lizzie out of this.
Oh shit.
Wait, Lizzie's his girlfriend in this?
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, because last time I checked, Lizzie wasn't his girlfriend for a while. I don't know. Part of me felt like those two weren't dating yet.
Oh,
Wait a minute.
If I don't get some right down here fast,
I'm gonna look it up.
Oh no, they were, because is that he hated the fact that, like, you know, she kept on showing it around.
Yeah.
I can see why, but then it's like, bro, like, I could barely get a fucking girlfriend, like, shit. Especially, like, dating is really hard right now. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they were dating.
Yeah. Nige. I'm calling him Nige. Yeah, so that's just a major thing with that. It's like I saw like a whole episode where he just flipped out. Yeah, and I was like, yeah, why not? And she was as big as number 2.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? This thickness needs some love too, you know?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. No, but like with my discussion, like you know, you've seen a TikTok about that 16-year-old that went to Italy, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that would have called an automatic ass whooping. So
yeah, I'll give you on that. That was pretty fucked.
Yeah, just imagine not telling your parents that you went to Italy, and then calling them back while you're taking the trip from Italy, saying, "Hey, I need money to come back home."
Jesus Christ, that is fucked.
You see, that is an ass whipping. Like I wouldn't even take something. I would like. That's like literally, yo, I'm spanking the shit out of you. Like that type of situation.
Ugh, Jesus Christ. That is messy in every way, shape, and form. A part of me thought it was fake for a while, but nope, that was a real situation.
Yeah. And just imagine, God forbid something happens to him. Like, you know, and you find out your baby is like, oh, something's hurt. Or he's hurt. You know, that's what happens nowadays. And in my opinion, let me tell you something. Nowadays, a lot of people don't understand that with certain situations, especially nowadays, like if you don't handle your kids' nonsense, then somebody's gonna do it for you. Like,
yeah, and it's gonna end terribly.
Wrong. Like, you know that YouTuber that got shot?
Yeah, I heard about it.
Yeah, he was making prank videos, He did a prank to a guy who was warning him to stop harassing him and all that, and then he ended up getting shot because of it. You see, this is why I say, like, certain things, like, sometimes, like, parents try too hard to be friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, yo, you need to handle your kid, or if not, somebody's gonna handle it for you. Because trust me, like, you know, like the whole situation, there was like the TikTok, freaking, I would say, sorry, the TikTok challenges.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's one where you would kick someone's door in. I'm like, you really want to get your child hurt like that?
Oof.
Especially that is so bad. That could literally cause someone to get killed.
Yeah, like, I think you can be your child. Like, I think you should be your child's best friend in some cases, but you should be the best friend that's clearly, like, with some authority. Like, you should obviously try learning about your kid and doing what you can to make sure that your kid is actively safe and feels, you know, genuinely loved and cared for the most part. But for the love of God, do not, under any circumstance, and I mean any circumstance, like, don't let them get away with really stupid shit.
Yeah, like, I understand, like, trying to be your kid's friend. Obviously, you want to have that great relationship with your kid. But, my thing about it is majorly to a point where it's like, even if so, a parent is not meant to be your best friend at times. You have to be a parent.
Obviously.
Yeah, you have to be a parent. And then some people don't understand that. People just don't seem to get that idea. And then I don't understand, like, where, you know, sometimes people take advantage of that. Even kids know how to take advantage of that. Especially freaking little Bobby Badass and everything. Knows how to take advantage of stuff like that. And the fact that people don't understand that, don't get that, it's very weird to me. My my mom and my dad would like, when they would tell us to stop doing something more than once, my mom would take stuff away from me, or my mom would warn me. But then when it comes to you know, when one thing comes to another, when I wouldn't stop, it was always like, yo, you better stop it, or you're gonna, or you know what, you're getting the 5 fingers on the ass, straightforward. And then at one point, like, I kind of understand where, like, people are like, oh, your child should not fear you, but then to another point, it's like, it's not really trying to get your child to fear you. It's more to trying to get the fear of the consequence. So, but at one point, it's like, there are many people that take advantage of that to a point where it gets abusive.
Yeah, like, don't make your child feel like they can't trust you. Like, obviously, treat your kid like a fucking person, but don't ever make it to the point where your kid can feel like they can take advantage of you or they can get away with anything. Because there's a difference between being your kid's friend and trying to be like an actual good individual.
Yeah, like for instance, like, if it gets to a point where it's like, you know, I'm trying to say this in the best way possible. Like, I understand if, like, this comes to a point where, hey, you know, your child does a little bit more than what they're supposed to. But then my thing with your child, like, you have to try to, like, balance out, like, certain ways of how they act. And, like, you need to apply real things that will stop them. Like, for instance, like, take away their phone. Take away, like, their computer. But, you know, sometimes they even get to a point where they get used to that.
Yeah.
And so for me, it's like, it used to be my video games for me. And sometimes even the video game wouldn't be enough. and I have to get a spanking here and there.
Yeah, like again, there are some things that can definitely lead to you needing certain things, and other things that, like again, like I feel like we're just kind of going in circles here.
Yeah,
like, we're not really disagreeing. We're just sort of telling each other things that we basically kind of already know at the end of the day.
Yeah, but if you are a kid who is doing all this stuff, please don't. Just don't give your parent a hard time. They already have to deal with a lot of other bullshit. You know? They want...
Yeah, parents...
A good parent wants the best for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, don't give your parents a hard time. Be the best kid you can be. And as long as you are a good kid, you've really got no reason to treat your parents like shit. But here's something that I'm sure a lot of people are definitely gonna relate to. What exactly, and this is a very big one, what exactly, has there ever been a time where your parent unfairly punished you? Because I know I got a lot of unfair punishments as a kid, because I used to get bullied to hell and back in school, and I fucking hated it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I genuinely fucking hated it. So was there a time where you were unfairly punished by your parent?
I remember my mom was so frustrated with my nonsense to a point where I was cleaning out my room, and then like she got mad at me because of the fact that when I tried to go ahead and put my laundry away, she's like, when she told me to go to her room, I was like, I'm trying to put the laundry away, and then she keeps on telling me, go to my room. I'm like, do you not want the laundry? So I yelled at her. I was like, let me put the damn laundry away.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, and you got in trouble for cursing at your mom.
In a sense, yeah, but it's like to a point, like I was trying to like do like everything that she told me. It was like, I'm trying to do the laundry here, damn it.
Exactly. Like, I'd be pissed off too. Yeah, I think there was one time I got in trouble with my mom was when I was in elementary school, and there was this teacher who just refused to listen to a thing that I said. And so, like, this teacher never cared about me getting bullied at all. So what ended up happening was one day, one of my bullies just straight up got mad at me because I basically, like, this kid kept hitting me in the back of the head with the pencil. And I told him if he hit me one more time, I'm snatching the pencil out of his hand and I'm throwing it. He, of course, hit me in the back of the head again. The teacher saw him do it. I looked her in the eyes and gave her a look like, are you going to do something about it? She didn't do anything about it, and so I grabbed the pencil, and I threw it, because I wasn't about to get hit in the back of the head anymore. I literally told him, I said, if you keep hitting me, that's your fault, not mine. He still got mad, and I got in trouble. My mom heard about the situation, and I got grounded for 2 weeks, because I got suspended for 2 days, grounded for 2 weeks, and eventually, I just straight up told my mom, I said, Mom, like, after I had gotten on the ground, I said, Mom, listen to me next time. I looked her dead in her eyes, and I said, Mom, listen to me next time. And she's like, who do you think you're talking to? And I'm like, I'm talking to you, Mom. Alright, I got in trouble for no reason, and you know it.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, she was mad at me for saying that, because I was in fucking elementary school, and I was talking back to her. Which, by the way, talking back is bullshit. Like, if you get mad at someone for talking back to you, then that's bullshit. Because talking back isn't a problem. That's how conversations work. Oh, yeah. But basically, what happened was, I ended up telling her, and eventually I got in trouble again, because there was a bully messing with me, and I fought back. And eventually, I just straight up told the dude, and I just said, hey, I've told you several times to leave me alone. I do not care what you say. And everything is just, like, I basically told him to cut it out. And eventually she, like, the teacher that didn't want to defend me, she got mad at me for talking. And I looked her in her eyes and I said, listen here. You either get him away from me or shit's gonna hit the fan. I didn't actually say that. I didn't say shit was gonna hit the fan. But I told her, get him away from me or we're gonna have a problem. And that time I didn't get in trouble because my mom... She knew I'd been getting bullied. She came up there. And so she was like, you know what? Maybe my baby boy isn't causing trouble. Maybe he's just gone through some bull crap. And I'm like, you know what? Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. My mom noticed that I believe my brother was getting bullied in school. She went up to the house of the kid that was bullying him, and she threatened the mom. She's like, if your kid does not stop bothering my son and doesn't stop beating him up and everything, I'm not going after your kid. I'm going after you.
Exactly.
I was like, oh shit, okay, no problem, legitness. All right, guys, but this was another episode of TemGameBoyz. Make sure to go ahead and comment at the bottom the answer to the question of the day. And once again, the question was, who is your favorite video game character? And by all means, go ahead and subscribe and turn on your notifications for when we get new videos and stream set up. But thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for another episode of TemGameBoyz.